Hello, Mama T back again here on a Saturday. We're going to do another face of makeup, you know, no surprise there, as we do that on Saturday. And I'm going to do something a little unusual that I've not seen videos of, but I'm sure there probably are, and I just, you know, haven't seen them. I'm actually going to do MaryKay today. And I have this compact that I've had for many years. It says MaryKay down here in kind of a ombre. You probably can't hardly see it. And I doubt that they even sell these anymore, because I've had this probably 20 years, a long, long time. And inside of it, I have the cream to powder foundation, which you see has been well used, a little pad for the foundation, some eyeshadows, and a blush. So that's all I have in this compact at this time, but that's what we're going to use today. I'm going to start out with my eyes as usual. I've already put on all my skincare and all that stuff, so I'm ready to keep letting that absorb into my skin. And I'm going to go in with this white color here. I hope you can see, you know, I'm still learning all this. I'm going to go in with this white color. The name of this color is Crystalline. I do remember that because I used it for years. I used to, actually before I started watching all these YouTube makeup videos, I used MaryKay for many years. And that's all I used. No other brand, just MaryKay. I do like it. It's very good makeup. Only thing is, you know, you have to, well, you can order it online, but for a long time you always had to find someone who sold MaryKay in order to be able to order MaryKay products. So, you know, that was a drawback. If you're getting down, you're almost out, well, sorry, you got to wait a couple weeks till someone could place your order and get it sent to you. So, but now I have noticed that you can go on the MaryKay.com website and order. And also, there's usually always somebody near you that sells MaryKay. I'm going to go in with this little, well, let's see. I got on another Jaws shirt today. I don't know if you can see. It's blue with some white and some red, so it really don't matter. I'm going to go in with this plum color of eyeshadow next. And here I am doing what I say not to do. Don't get too much. I'm going to look straight ahead and start. And you see that, how dark that goes on? That's what you want to avoid, because once it gets on there, I also already have on eyeshadow primer. So once you put that primer on and you put on eyeshadow, it's just about stuck there. And you know, you can blend, but it's hard to get it off. So I'm going to go lighter on this side and tap a little bit more. See, that's better. I went a lot lighter. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying a new setup, you know, as always. And got me a ring light, you know, because everybody else has one. I figured I might as well have one. And so I'm trying to figure out, I've got my camera stacked up on, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 compacts, trying to get this right. So anyway, it'll be all right. As long as you can see what I'm doing, right? And hopefully you can. I'll lean a little bit closer. But just do a little at a time. And you can see this is dark. That's the thing about MaryKay eyeshadow. It definitely has pigmentation. And it stays on your eyes all day long until you take it off. That's been my experience anyway. I'm going to go back to, that was a little e.l.f. smudge brush. I'm going to go back to the BK Beauty 203. That's what I used first in the white color. And just get a little bit more and go up under the brow. Have to be careful with it too, because it really shows up. So if you don't want a bunch of white to show up on your eyes, be very careful with the MaryKay eyeshadows. So now that that's done, next thing you know I like to do is I continue with my eyes, still letting all that stuff absorb into my face. So the next thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. I don't have a MaryKay eyebrow pencil, but I'm going to use my usual e.l.f. waterproof that I love, use every day. I actually just finished one and had to get a new one. I'm probably going to have to place an e.l.f. order coming up soon, because I used the e.l.f. cleansing balm on my first cleanse on my face to remove the makeup, and I don't have a whole lot of it left, so I'm going to have to place an order pretty soon. And as I said before with e.l.f., I like to order directly from their website because they give you free stuff. And usually you can get some kind of a discount or a so many dollars off. I guess it depends on how much dollar-wise you order from them. I'm not really sure how all that works. But as far as the MaryKay, you can see that eyeshadow, boy, it's really on there. If you don't like dark eyeshadows, you may not like it. And, you know, they have tons and tons of different colors. You could try different ones to see which one you prefer. You know, I noticed on this eyebrow this morning, it has a long eye. Yeah, I see it sticking out right there. Can you see that sticking out? I need to get my tweezers out and get a hold of that thing. Let's try to break. And, you know, that's the thing about it, too. As you get older and get these gray hairs, even though this one isn't gray, they just won't do what you want them to do. They just kind of are there, and they're going to be there till you pluck them out. So I will take care of that, just not right now. So I've got that on. That looks pretty good. Use my spoolie on the other side to kind of smooth it out some. I do have a MaryKay brown mascara. This is, you know, and of course I forgot my glasses, so let me go get those and I'll be right back. Okay, while I had you pause, of course I got my tweezers and got that hair that was sticking out. I recently got a new pair of tweezers because the ones I had for many, many years, and they got to where they weren't, you know, grasping a hold of the eyebrow hairs very well. So I got these from Tweezer Guru. I think the company is actually called Tweezer Man, or maybe it is Tweezer Guru. I don't know. They were like $5 or something, and they work really well. I didn't realize how bad my old ones were until I got new ones. You know how that goes? Oh, and my headband. Do you like my headband? Came from the Dollar Tree, $1.25. Okay, so back to the brow mascara. This is the MaryKay Volumizing Brow Tint, and mine is in blonde. So that's what it looks like. And it's like the e.l.f. one that I normally use every day. I mean, it does basically the same thing, but honestly, I still kind of prefer e.l.f. That's just me. I don't know what it is about e.l.f. products, but the ones I've used, I've been happy with. So you just get some, like I say, it's like a mascara for your eyebrows. It helps to cover up those grays. Had to be careful, you get a blob over there. But, you know, we can fix that too. Ooh, there's another blob. I think the problem is I've had this laying down instead of standing up. And just look at that. I just swiped some over top. But that's good because that reminds me of something else I wanted to show you. Have you seen these? They are pointed Q-tips. Well, pointed cotton swabs, I guess we're supposed to say. This is, of course, the Walmart brand. And they have a pointed end, so that makes it really easy to get up in there and get with your makeup. I think they're just great. I think this box has 170, and it was like $2 and something. Very inexpensive. And I keep these just for makeup use. I don't use them in my ears or anything like that. Just to, when, you know, I make a mistake like I do every day, then I can get it off with one of those, and it works out really well. I mean, you don't have to have those. I just like them. I think they work really good. Okay, so that's about our eyes there. Next, we're going to, well, most of our eyes. Next, we're going to do our eyelashes. And I'm going to use my eyelash curler as I do. You know, the struggle is real with my little short little eyelashes. But I still fight it every day. I use my eyelash curler every day. And I suppose it helps a little bit, but, you know, I'll keep doing it anyway, just because that's part of my process, routine, whatever that I do every day. I attempt to curl my eyelashes. And that's that. Oh, and I forgot to mention in my last couple videos, I have permanent eyeliner, so that's why you won't see me using an eyeliner. I had those done several years ago, and I love it. And like I say, I just wish I would have done it many years ago, because it didn't really hurt after they do it. My eyes were kind of sore, like it was more sore than a pain, you know. And two, I'm using the Thrive Cosmetics mascara as always. I don't have a MaryKay mascara. I tried them, and nothing works for my eyes except for this. But as far as the eyeliner, when they're doing it, it does not hurt. It kind of stings a little bit. And then after it's done, like I say, my eyes were sore. And when I first went and had it done, she put some sort of salve on them, you know, which I guess they do with all tattoos. They put stuff on them. So I guess so they won't dry out. And I was allergic to it, and my eyes itched so bad. It was pretty horrible because she put it on there when I got it done, and then she gave me some to bring home, and I kept putting it on there, and oh gosh, it was awful. My eyes itched so bad. So because I kept rubbing my eyes, because they were itching, I had to go back and have her fix some of my eyeliner because, you know, it didn't stay because I rubbed and rubbed and rubbed. And I think I finally had enough sense. You know, I have a lot of allergies. I think I finally figured out, okay, yeah, I'm allergic to that and I need to stop using it. So I went back and she touched them up some, and then she had me just use Vaseline. And now, I'm sure if I went now, they would have you use Aquaphor because, you know, that's some good stuff there. But yeah, you may want to, if you decide to ever have that done, you may want to keep that in mind if you have allergies to, like, I think I'm allergic to like Neosporin, that sort of stuff. And it will, you know, you could have an allergic reaction to it. It's not any fun. Okay, there's that. Next I'm going to go in with my MaryKay concealer. Oh boy, let me wipe some of this off. You know, me and my struggle also to keep my makeup clean. I have the MaryKay Perfecting Concealer. And, you know, I got my glasses laying here, and here I am trying to see what I can't see. And this is Deep Ivory. So, this is the MaryKay Concealer. I do like it. I think it works really well. I used it for many years. I'm constantly trying different concealers so that they don't dry out and cake up in my eye. You know, as I'm sure we all do. Either, you know, I've noticed that even young or old, they say to put some down here. Gosh, you know, if I tried to cover all my wrinkly spots, I might as well just use concealer on my whole face, right? So I'm going to take that. Then I'm going to take the Angie Hot and Flashy A506 to just kind of blend that in. And like I say, it blends in good. It wears well. It doesn't cake up, you know, into your wrinkles, not any more than any other concealer does. And if you have pretty good wrinkles under your eyes, it's going to do it. You know, I have tried so many different concealers, and they all do that. To some extent. I think the one that's the best for not doing it is the Well People. I think I showed on my very first video I did. And it doesn't do that. But, you know, it doesn't have a lot of coverage either. So I guess it depends. Are you looking more for a lot of coverage or something that's going to stay out of, well, it's going to get in your wrinkles. I don't care what anybody says. If you have wrinkles and you put liquid on there, it's going to get in them. But, you know, some do much worse than others, I will admit. And this one's not too bad. And the Well People that I mentioned a minute ago is, you know, it's really good for that. Next, I'm going to go in with the MaryKay Cream to Powder Foundation. This color is Beige 1. As you can see, I've got a lot of pan going on in here, but I have a backup. So I'm going to use this Sands sponge. I want to grab that box and show you this. And of course, I'm knocking everything down. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't. So let me grab that. Okay, I have it now. And I think I said Sands Out. It Stands Out. And that's the box that comes in. And it is I don't know why they show it with this gold thing. It doesn't have that gold thing on it. It's just it reminds me of foam rubber is what it looks like. Mine's dirty, of course, because I've been using it this week. But it will wash. I'm going to wash my brushes later, and I will wash this too. But it's just it's a makeup sponge, and you don't have to wet it. I guess you can if you want to, but the box tells you don't have to wet it. And it works really well. It's really good at spreading the product on your face. I'm going to go into this MaryKay foundation and just start putting it on. Again, as I've said in the past, you could use your fingers. You could use a brush. I tried this with a brush, And I just think the sponge, and normally I always use a brush. I think I've said that before. But with this, because it is a cream foundation, it seems to work better with the sponge. And just keep dipping. I'm having to dip more often because, you know, mine's about to run out. It has, I think, really good coverage for your face. And even though I'm fairly light skinned, this is beige 1, and I think it blends in pretty good with my skin tone, especially in the summer when I have a little bit of tan. Go up. I hope you can even see what I'm doing. Again, I'm learning. I don't know. I'm still learning how to do all this. I just do the best I can. And then go down on your neck a little bit. And since this is a cream to powder foundation, you don't have to use a separate powder. But of course, you know, I'm going to just because. But before I do, I'm going to take my King Miss brush, double-ended brush. Use this side for the bronzer, this side for the blush. You can see it needs to be washed. It's dirty. This came from Amazon, like $3.88, $3.98, something like that. It's really very inexpensive. I don't have a MaryKay bronzer, so I'm going to use this Physicians Formula bronzer that I have. I like it. I think it works really well. They give you a little applicator thing here, but you know, I've obviously used that, but I prefer this brush. So I'm going to just go on the side, get some up on the brush, and start swiping it on. You want to stay up high, they always say, especially for us older ladies, but I would think anybody would want to do that. You wouldn't, I mean, why would you want to put it way down on your face? Anyway, so you just do that to give your face a little color. I do swipe up in their hairline. You know, I think it was Laura Geller I've watched, and she says to make a V, you go up here and there, make like a V on your face with your bronzer and your, I think she says to do it with your blush too. That's pretty good. As you can see, that's very light coverage. You can build it up if you want to make it even darker, but I think that's good. Again, I have nothing special going on. I'm going to flip the brush around, go into the blush, and start putting some of that on up above the bronzer. And I think this is a pretty blush. I don't know the color. And the thing about MaryKay is they come in these, when you purchase them, they come in these plastic containers and you take them out. And they have, they're magnetized on the back. I'm going to try to show you. And you see this one is Rogue Rose DB01. But they're magnetized on the back so that when you put them in a container like this, they stay. I have lots of different kinds of MaryKay compacts, makeup compacts that I've bought over the years, and I still always go back to this one. So I think that's pretty good. Again, the foundation was a cream to powder, so you don't have to go back and powder over it. I do take some setting powder though, and because I want to make sure I get under my eyes. I'm using the Laura Mercier. Love this stuff. This is a very small container because it's not cheap, but it works really well, and it takes very little. You don't have to put, I have way too much here. I'm just going to tap in a little bit, start going up under my eye to set that concealer. And then I also go a little into the T-zone just because I feel like I should. Actually, I'm going to use my brush, my BK 102, big old fluffy brush. Bang some of that off because it does pick up a lot, and just go over the T-zone a little bit and down my neck. And you can swap over your blush if you want to, over your whole face. It doesn't hurt anything. It might make your blush not be as prominent, but you could always add more if you need to. And always put back into the container whatever's left over. There's what it looks like. And this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And like I say, you can see it's a small little container, but it's going to last a really long time because it doesn't take much. And it works really well. So there's that. And then finally we're going to do our lips. Of course, my lip pencil fell down in the sink over here. So I'm going to take, I'm actually going to use a Laura Geller lip liner along with my MaryKay lipstick. And this Laura Geller lip liner is Modern Classic Waterproof Lip Liner in Beautiful Berry. I think I used this in my Why do I want to say? Because I'm mixing Laura Geller and MaryKay. I want to say Laura Kay. Okay, you know what I mean. So if I take this Laura Geller lip pencil and start lining my lips. Of course, I'm trying to look at you and look in my mirror. You know, that is difficult. I don't know how these ladies who are so professional do it. They look like they're looking right at the camera. No, okay, look at that. But I just happen to have my pointy Q-tip layer here. So we'll take another one of those and take some of that off. You know, I fight this just about every day. I do that. And you'd think by now I would know the size of my lips and stop that. But, oh well. It is what it is, as the saying goes. And I'm still messing it up. Wow. I am just making a mess. But it's nothing that we can't fix. I'm going to take my little stands out brush, sponge. I'm going to take that Q-tip again and swat some of that off. Actually, I'm not going to take that sponge. I'm just going to dip my finger over into the foundation. You know, that's good enough. It don't have to be perfect. We're going to put lipstick on over it anyway. So the lipstick is a MaryKay product that I, again, have worn for a very long time. The color is Midnight Red. That's what it says. To me, it's more of a, more like a burgundy-ish. I guess because it's a deep red. So that's what it looks like. It matches the lip liner really well. Got a slight high on. And I've been wearing this week because if I know I'm gonna film a video, I want to use all the products for the whole week, so I can tell you how they do. And I have to say I struggle with lipstick staying on because I drink coffee, I drink water, I eat, you know, and none of it stays very well. I drink coffee on my way to work. Let's see. No, let me change that. I drink coffee when I get up. I drink coffee on my way to work, and I drink coffee at work in the mornings, and then I'll switch to water. But that's why I have a problem with my lipstick staying on, because of course it comes off on the cut. But I will say this MaryKay lipstick is pretty good. It's not too bad to do that. This is really bad today. But you know what? It is what it is, as I said, and that's what it's going to be. So there's the MaryKay look, using mostly MaryKay. I use MaryKay eyeshadow, the brow mascara, the foundation, the blush, and the lipstick. So let me do something with this hair, and I'll be right back. So there we have it, an almost full face of MaryKay. I did use a couple of other products, the Physicians Formula Bronzer, of course my Thrive Cosmetics mascara, which I just have to. I mean, it just works the best for me. But that's my mostly full face of MaryKay Cosmetics. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I hope you will go down and like the video. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. I am a new channel. Only been doing this for a few weeks, so you know, it only helped me to grow. So anyway, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.